Hold on. Let me adjust this. Adjust this real quick. Not that one. Get this one. See how that look. All right, that's better. All right, so in this video, we're gonna talk about $13.4 billion government contract that was just recently awarded to a Mr. Isaac Barnes. All right, so black dude, black man, $13.4 billion government contract. That's what I'll be talking about. See, these government contracts are for real. Losing my phone. So these government contracts are for real. All right. This is the reason why I'm saying I am planning to go into government contracting like full on. Like it's millions, it's trillions of dollars really at stake. So it's enough money for everybody. In case you don't know how much $1 billion is, that's 1,000 millions. So he just got 13,000 millions. You understand? So even if he only was able to keep maybe 10% of whatever the profit is, like let's say whatever it takes to run the business, let's say it takes 12 billion of it, he'll still be a billionaire regardless. Just the profit alone, even if it's at a 10% profit, which is not necessarily like a lot, because you can, it's an active business, so you might run a business at 30% profit, something like that. So even if he only gets 10% of 13.4 billion is 1.3 billion dollars. It's crazy, okay? Now I don't know how long the contract is for. I don't know the specifics on it. I know that it's a Department of Defense contract with the Air Force and the Space Force of all places. We knew the Space Force was actually a real thing, and of course, if it's anything dealing with outer space, then it's going to be a lot of money. He's in the billionaire club, only like 2,500 of them in the world. That's for sure. Even if just he only got 10%, even at just 10%, if it's a contract and it's, over $10 billion, you got a 10% profit margin, you still definitely gonna be a billionaire. Now, I don't know what his profit margin is gonna be. It could be 20, 30%, who knows? I don't even know what he's doing. But, when we're talking about outer space and things like that, imagine, now, of course, this isn't his first contract. He might have already been a billionaire or something like it, because he's been doing this kind of thing for a while. And so who knows, he may have already been a billionaire, but imagine if you weren't a billionaire, right? Imagine he wasn't a billionaire and and he gets one contract like this automatically makes him a billionaire overnight. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, this wasn't an overnight thing. He's been working and building up his company to a point where the government trusts him with this kind of contract. By the way, can you guys hear me? I got my mic over here set up. I don't really even know how I sound. So if y'all could just, if I sound okay, just give me a okay. I'm seeing somebody say, yeah, all pro was popping. Yeah, so, yeah, trying to read from over here, it's like small. But this is what my plan is, right? My plan is to go into government contracts, run the money up. Somebody will just come in and yes, couldn't see the name. I'm gonna run the money up, right? Then I'm gonna take the money and I'm investing in real estate. The reason I'm really gonna be investing in real estate, of course, if you got rental property, then it can be residual income. That's not necessarily like a lot of money when you're just talking about one or two houses. Like I need like 30 or 40 houses at a certain cash flow amount per month, before it would even be something that would be like, okay, I can live off of that, just that income alone. But the values still go up over time. Now, real estate may take a little hit here and there where the values go down, but they always come back. Let's say we took a hit around the 2007, 2008 time frame when all the real estate kind of like plummeted or whatever. And we may go through a similar situation, but if you look at today compared to what 2008 was, if you bought a house in 2008 and that house was 150,000, it's that house is probably worth 600,000-700,000 today, right? And so we know even just with over time the value is going to go up because of inflation. It has no other choice. So even with that, the values do go up. So when you're buying the house, the value is going up, so you're increasing your net worth. But that's not even the reason why I'm going to be trying to like necessarily go into real estate. That's one reason why I'll be buying real estate with my profits. I'll be mainly doing it to protect against taxes. That's mainly I'm gonna use the depreciation. I'm definitely gonna be renting it out and stuff like that, but I'll be using the depreciation to reduce my taxable income, and that's the main reason why I'd be going into real estate. That I'm looking to turn my profits over into real estate. That's the main reason. So anyway, this guy, he, $13.4 billion, black man, he's made history. Bravo to you, sir. Hopefully, maybe one of these days I get a chance to get an interview or something like that. But right now, somebody sent me the article, and I was just like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. $13.4 billion. Government contract. Like, do you need $13.4 billion contract? See, I'm like, man, I don't even need a contract that high. Of course, I want a contract that high, but I don't need a contract that high to be good. You just imagine the $5 and $10 million contracts that's out here. That like I said, if you got a 10% profit, yeah, he might be down. He might be, but let's say you got a 10% profit margin, and you got a $10 million contract. 10% of 10 million is $1 million, so like I'm just looking at like the crazy, the astronomical amount of money that his business can walk away at least with $1 billion, at least with over $1 billion, with over 1,000 millions profit. It's crazy. Yeah, and he gets to employ people, right? Like, that much money, he's going to be employing a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of infrastructure there. By the way, if y'all could hit the like button for me, please hit the like button. It'll help the YouTube algorithm, pick up this video. But yeah, man, so his name is Isaac Barnes. Check him out. Really, really smart dude. He's in the IT space. He worked for some presidential campaigns and things like that, but he's done a lot in the IT space. He's only 39 years old. 39. I'm 37, by the way. But he's 39 years old. Just got a $13.4 billion contract. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you talking about generational wealth? That changes generations. No, and just like I was saying before, like, I don't know what his situation was before in full. I know he's been doing this kind of thing as far as doing things for the government for a while. So he may already have, 500 million, may have $1 billion already. I don't know. He might just be at 3 million. I don't know. But more than likely, for him to have a contract that size, they have to really, really, really trust you at different levels. And so, that's a major contract. Like, think about that. 13, and also we don't know how long the time frame is. Like, it could be a 5-year contract, could be a 4-year contract, or it could be a 20-year contract. But it's still 13.4 billion. Like, whatever it is, it's still a crazy. If you say 50-year contract, it's still 13.4 billion. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, if y'all could smash that like button for me or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys about this. It's something to marvel at. It's something to look up. It's something to learn from. That you can also do this, and yeah. So that's basically why I'm like, man, like I have a great career in accounting, but I got to get them kind of. I don't necessarily have to get those kind of numbers, but I got to get some different kind of numbers here. Yes, you sent me this, and I just did a video on it because my sister, she just messaged, commenting on here saying that she just sent me this. Yes, you sent me this, and I looked it up, and she know I'm all about the government contracting. She's also a grant writer. She does government contracts, so we're all about that right now. And so she sent me the article on the guy, and I looked it up, did some reading. I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is exactly what I needed for added motivation. Believe me, as soon as I saw the article, I got up because I got some things I'm trying to finish up. I'm trying to get my verifications done, things like that. So that made me get up right then and get back on my computer and and start working on my little file or whatever, my little verification file, because I'm trying to get my SDVOSB. I think that's how you say it. Service disabled veteran owned small business. I'm going to do some free live training to help your folks who want to start. Okay, so my sister said she's going to be doing some free live training to help some people. If you want to join her live, let me try and change. I'm going to try to get on here so I can see the chat better or whatever. Hey, by the way, where's everybody checking in from? Where y'all checking in from? Let me see. How do I change this? Okay. By the way, there's my sister, she's on here, so I'm talking to her now. So, got a family member that I met when I was at the family reunion. He said he got a couple of acres. He wanted to talk to you about doing some veteran homes. He's already in real estate, got a lot of trailers and things like that, but he wants to do some veteran homes, and he wants to know how either he get a grant to do it, or if it's a government contract of some sort or whatever. But I told him I'd be putting him in contact with you, and he's excited to do that, but I couldn't answer that question. So I told him I'm going to send him over to you. All right, so let me get on here. All right, I'm trying to get on this chat from my other phone. There we go. All right, there we go. Anyway, yeah, I know y'all might see, like, why is he over there on the throne? Well, I had just changed up. I wasn't actually planning to shoot here. I just ended up coming over here. But, let me see, okay. PA, okay, Philadelphia. Okay, so my sister said she's actually expecting some grant funding to come by 1 July for homeless prevention programs. That's dope. See, my sister, she on that too, So we try to knock these government contracts out as best we can. I'm still trying to get into space. I got a government contract right now. It ain't nothing like no $1 million contract. It's a $60-something thousand contract. But the beauty part is I don't actually do anything. I outsource my part and to another company, and I'm helping them and they're helping me because I'm making money on top of whatever they do. So, and how I did that was I got my quote from the prime contractor, because I'm a subcontractor. Got my quote from the prime and find out what my subcontractor wanted, and capped a little bit off it. So, okay, and if y'all could please smash the like button. All right, so I'm gonna reiterate in case anybody just joined. Right, so the guy's name is Isaac Barnes. He just got awarded a $13.4 billion government contract. He's a black man. He's only 39 years old, and he lives in the Virginia area. well, his business is based out of Virginia area, which is actually kind of more than likely where somebody would be to get contracts like that. I mean, you can get contracts anywhere, but he's right by DC. He's in the area. He's probably able to make it to a lot of meetings, probably get a chance to meet a lot of people who can, help him get some of his contracts. And, because believe it or not, government contracting, even though it seems like, it's not that, shouldn't be too much of a personable business, but it is very personable. Here go the, here's the little bots. All right, so All Pro says, this is nice because it's scalable. You can work your way up without crazy overhead in the beginning. For sure. You know what? The best part is, unlike, let's say, trucking, right? Or even real estate. But let's say, unlike trucking, right? With trucking, you have to, if you're gonna be the business, own the business, you either have to rent or buy the truck, right? Like you have to come out of pocket and you have to invest in certifications and all of this kind of stuff before you even get started, right? And you don't know how you're gonna do. You don't know whatever. But with government contracts, it's like you bid, they accept it, then you already know what you're gonna make, and you know what you can do it for based off of, if you do it good, if you know what you're doing when you do the bidding or whatever. So if you know what you're doing, then the money is there and it's coming. Those checks drop, trust me. They hit my account very nicely. But I'm actually waiting on one, what's today, the 26th? I got one coming on the 28th, so tomorrow. Got a little check come tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's, if you can get to a certain size contract, right? Let's say you get $1 million contract, and maybe, like I said, maybe you only keep 10%, which is 100,000. So keep 10%, but you're able to employ people because most of the contracts, for the most part, most of the contract, the most of the amount of money that's inside the contract is usually salaries. Is usually salaries. Not all the time, because you might be in procurement and you might be buying vehicles and selling vehicles, or buying office supplies and selling office supplies to the government. And so then the most of that cost is going to be the product you're actually purchasing in order to resell to them. So, but for the most business, most services, most of the money is going to go towards the labor force, right? So, but even if you say, okay, out of $1 million and you'd paid out 600,000 in labor costs or something like that, and whatever your profit, you can only profit $100,000, whatever it is, it's still like you helped other people and you still made 100,000. Anyway, wasn't trying to be on here too long, but yeah. So anyway, let me see what y'all guys saying. Contract, yeah. Tuning in from Dallas. I'm not a bot. Big Gucci Sosa, what's popping? What's popping, gang? Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, Alabama. Curtis A from Alabama. Okay. So what y'all doing right now? Anybody out here on the road, or what y'all do for a living? I'm just curious now. I'm curious. What are you guys doing for a living? And then let's see what you're doing for a living and how that can turn into a government contract. Somebody get in here and tell me what you do for a living, and let's see what kind of ideas we can come up with as far as government contract options that might be out there available. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm finna get on SBA.gov. And I ain't gonna lie, like the government contract money be making, cause it ain't it ain't like, of course it's competition, but it's only for people who also know how to get into the government contracting space. A lot of people don't know how to get into the space, so it's not they just waiting on you to get the contract so you can get them, you can pay them. A lot of people don't know how to do it. It's a lot of work. I mean, I'm gonna say it's a lot of work, but I mean, you could say it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of paperwork. A lot of people don't have their business together. A lot of people don't even have LLCs. You don't have an LLC. What are you doing? Like first order of business, start your LLC, get your clock going. My business has been incorporated for the last since 2017. This particular one, so after like 2 years, you know, you have like time. It's like as far as some things you can't even do unless you've been incorporated for 2 years. So or some certifications or whatever. Like it's just a lot of different things. Like start your business, start your LLC, then get your bank account set up. The EIN is free from IRS. You just hit them up as soon as your business come back incorporated, and get your EIN number. Go down there, start your bank account, and then let your bank account start aging. And of course, it definitely looks good if you got transactions going into that account. But even if you don't, just let it age. Like let people know you're established and you've been around. Every year you re-up your what's it called? I won't say articles of incorporation, but you re-up your annual registration or whatever. You just do that every year. I've been doing it for years. But I look good on paper as well. Like I also have had transactions going through the account. I've been filing my taxes, all of that kind of stuff. So, but a lot of people aren't prepared or set up to go into or coming across as a professional business. Right now, I'm getting my capability statement done. I just paid for that to get done because I'm getting it professionally done. So, but I just sent that off to get done. So, get my capability statement made. But it's things like that like the average person who has a business, they may even have a store. Like it's people who got a whole store, like a bakery or shoe store or whatever, and they don't have all of their ducks in a row. When it comes to submitting your stuff and saying, hey, I can do this. I want this contract or whatever. But it's not that difficult. It's pretty simple for the most part. It just depends on what level you're trying to be at. Of course, if you're going after $4, $5, $6 million contracts, then your stuff need to be all the way together, right? But you don't have to even go after those, And I was just talking to a lady today, and she said, I was talking to a lady. It was a local contract because you got federal, which is let's just say like the military, right? Like the military is federal. And then you have Guard and Reserves. Let's say you have Guard. Guard is state. It's not federal, right? So they have different pots of money because Guard protects a particular state. Like the Georgia Guard works for Georgia. And so they're funded through Georgia funds or whatever. And so the reserves, or reserves is federal too, but active duty is federal, right? And so they get funded by federal monies. And so you got different levels of government. And so at the federal level, that's federal funds. They need stuff done. And then at the state level, they need stuff done. Then you got the county, like most of the schools that we went to. If you went to a public school, I went to Leon County. And so that was a county, a local school. But the county has their own contracts. They're looking for computers, and they need the yard, the lawn mowed at the schools, and they need floors to be put in the gym. They need to build buildings and stuff like that. All of that is like local contracts. It's not federal contracts. And so you got state, federal, local, county, whatever. So you got all these different types of contracts. So you can make millions of dollars not even going after federal contracts. It's just that I don't know why. I don't know exactly why. I think people just assume, and I would also assume that the pot of money is just bigger at the federal level, right? It's just bigger. But I don't see why somebody may end up getting a federal contract that might be small, and then they might get a large state and local contract. It just depends on the situation. So, but most people, they don't really mix the two. Very few people go after both sides. Very few people go federal and deal with state and local. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a different process. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, so I am trying to get whatever, whatever helps. Initially, I think that I do the state and local until I get enough up that I can leave my job. Right, my sister said she has them all. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I can't see what. Somebody said something. I can't. It ain't update. Oh, that's why. Maybe that's why. Nope, that didn't work either. All right, so let me see over here. It said, I like how you showed the current lifestyle, like houses, cars, and clothes. And the account, curious to see how it goes to the next level as an entrepreneur. I have them all. Yeah, and so, let me see who said that. All pro. Yeah, so the thing is, I've always kind of been partially entrepreneurial anyway. Like I've always had other stuff going on, right? And so can you make a lot of money as an accountant? Yes, you can have a very nice life as an accountant. You can make 6 figures as an accountant for sure. When I was going through school, they told us about Big Four accounting salaries and how senior partners at Big Four accounting firms, say Deloitte, EY, KPMG, and KPMG, Deloitte, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Those 4 major accounting firms are in like almost every major. Well, I'm pretty sure they're pretty much in every major city, but they're all over the world. And if you make senior partner at one of those firms, one of those big city firms, the salary for senior partners range from $450,000 to $3 million on average, or something like that, or whatever. And so that's what they were telling us initially. First accounting class, they're like, yo, you get with the Big Four, be there for 2 years and then go to a smaller regional firm. They're gonna pay you more money just cause you went through the Big Four for a couple of years. But if you stay with the Big Four and don't get burnt out because you're gonna work a lot, then salaries are the $450 to $3 million range for senior partners after 15 years. So I was like, man, I was looking at numbers saying 200,000 at the 10-year mark working for the Big Four. I'm like, oh my God, like you can make this kind of money? Like nobody told me this. I didn't know anybody who was getting this kind of money, like who wasn't a doctor or something like that. And I didn't really know too many doctors. And so that was when I was like, oh man, this is a real thing. And it wasn't like a huge education requirement. Like it wasn't something where I was gonna be in school for 12 years or nothing like that. So that's what started me down the path. And then I found out other types of accounting through that, right? And so can I make a lot of money doing accounting? Yes. Accounting has afforded me very nice luxuries. As a matter of fact, the problem with it is, had I been in a lower paying field, then I probably would have already been got out of accounting, right? Like I have a lot of these different type of conversations. Like I talked to somebody, by the way, it's over 20 people watching right now. Could y'all please smash the like button? But so like I had a lot of these conversations and I talk to people, right? And they'll tell me, yeah, I make this much a month, right? I make this much an hour. I make $10 an hour. $10 an hour with all the things that I know you can do, it would be very easy for me to leave my field or my job and go chase entrepreneurship. Because I can find $10. I can find $10 every hour. I don't even have to work for that. I can figure that out. That ain't, that's no real money, right? And so for some of those people, I was like, yo, I show you where you could have made $20 an hour for yourself right here doing this, whatever. And so if you're able to do that and you're saying you're going down here and working for $10 an hour, at the end of the day, you made $80. You could drive Uber and make $300 in a day for yourself at your own time and your own pace versus waiting around to get a call back on a $10 an hour job, $15. It's like the numbers didn't make sense, and so unfortunately, bourgeoisie or middle class gets trapped because the salaries are good enough that you build a lifestyle off of a certain salary, right? And so walking away from maybe $30 an hour is harder. $40 it gets harder. $50, when somebody making $80, $90 an hour, and you telling them, hey, why don't you quit your job and come do this? It's like, but I'm getting this. Like, how do I walk away from this? Even if you hit a couple, you could show them, hey, well, look, you could have made this in a day. You could have made $500 a day for yourself. It's like, yeah, but I make $500, from my laptop at home. It's hard to move somebody like that. So that's part of the problem with middle class, right? I have just gotten to a place which is still, like I said, it's still difficult for me. I'm gonna be honest. It'll be so easy if I made less money and required less to live from what my lifestyle, right? So it would be so much easier for me to just say, you know what? I'm gonna just go hard for the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna go hard for the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna just pair myself with somebody who has government contracts, and I'm gonna just stay with them, I'm gonna just stay connected to them until I can afford to get my own government contract, and then life will change, But it's too difficult for where I'm at, like it's just too difficult for me to just walk away. But do I look at how much leave I have saved up and be like, yo, if I had more leave, I'd just be like, yo, I'm just gonna figure this out right now. I ain't got enough leave for that. So I have to do them kind of like simultaneously. And as I learn, because the biggest part of the process is the learning curve, right? I am not, look, when you know something, right? And I know stuff and I've been doing stuff, but I don't know everything. That, like, I'm not fully confident in what I do to be, like, I have never actually bid on a contract. You know what I'm saying? Stuff has came to me and I've got contracts that way, performances, all kind of stuff, even the contract I got now, it came to me from a prime who knew that I'm interested in getting to the space, right? But it's not something that I ever logged in, filled out a sheet, and submitted a bid. So because of that, part of my confidence isn't so high, right? But I am very confident that once I figure it out, it's gonna be ugly out here. It's gonna be ugly out here. I ain't like everybody else. All right, I'm a hustler. I came from the bottom, so like my mindset, once I get in that space, oh man, I'm gonna do something different. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I already know it. Like, and so I know where the money is. You need some modification. What? I need some mods. I think that's what it says. But I already know once I get into space, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy because, like I was saying, I was just talking to a lady today, and what I have learned about most of this process is it's a who you know kind of business, right? Which is why it makes sense that this guy who's worked on Obama's campaign and I think somebody else's campaign, he's done a lot of stuff for the government at a presidential level. It's not surprising that he got a $13.4 billion government contract at this, based off of the people that he knows and the circles that he's been around. He might have heard things that, the regular person don't even know nothing about because we're not in that space. We're not hearing the problems that or seeing the problems that the people who make those decisions are seeing. So it makes complete sense as to how he was able to get that to me, knowing the area he lives, knowing the things that he do, because believe it or not, you start doing federal contracts, from what I hear, you got to go to DC to like have meetings. Like you might be down here in Georgia, but they may call you and say, hey, can you get to DC? And so you got to go up there and have meetings and stuff like that. And then they may give you the contract or whatever. So, but he's in that space. So I know that once I realized that it was very much so a people business, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be able to kill that because I know people. So then I said, wait, why can't I just call? Like, can you just call people? So I just got on the phone and I started calling. First lady I called, she was like, yo, I told her, hey, I'm a small business. I'm trying to get into government contracts. I got one contract right now, and I'm trying to get more business, and I can do a plethora of things, but just, do you guys have anything that you can sole source to me, like where it's not even competition, you can just give it to me or something? And she was like, yo, I'm gonna give you somebody's number that you need to talk to, and call her. And we definitely try to look out for small businesses. It was like, I'm not gonna say the name of the area, the town, trying to get anybody in trouble, but they was like, here where we are, and it was a county contract. It was a county or whatever. So, so it was a local kind of thing. But they were like, hey, the lady said, hey, I want to let you know, you're a small business. We love small businesses here. We're gonna do everything in our power to help you out because we like small businesses. We don't even like large companies. So we're gonna try to do what we can for you, right? That's a way different kind of response than me just sitting on a computer and submitting bids without even speaking to somebody. My plan is to get a list of 10 people who make those kind of decisions, procurement specialists, contract specialists, or whatever. Get like a list of 10 people, send them all my stuff, call them. I'm probably gonna, like, that's what I'm saying. Part of me getting to a point where I can walk away from my job allows me to put certain systems in that I wanna do. Like I said, calling these 10 people or something like that. Or five, or at least 5 or something like that. One every, Monday, Tuesday through Friday, Monday through Friday or whatever. Just call one and just be like, hey. And you said that's what you teach your clients? That's crazy. See, that's crazy. I just know from seeing what I saw that people don't even call people no more. Like, people not calling, and believe it, if you call them, those people know me now down there. Like, if I call them, hey, it's me. Oh, hey, how you doing? Did you ever get my email? Hold on, I'm finna see you another one. Because there's some more people. The lady sent me the whole staff director and told me who does what and for whatever kind of contract I'm interested in, then who to talk to about whatever. And so it was much, much more help, And if you call in and talking to the right person, even if they're like, no, I ain't got nothing for you right now, or send me your capability statement, let me see what you can do. I ain't got nothing for you right now. Just keep touching base with them. I'm pretty sure something is going to shake, Even if you only get one out of those 10 people to say, hey, well, I got a contract for you. But that contract could be $500,000. It's worth it to keep calling them folks every day, Just putting the energy out, the energy comes back. And so that's basically like this guy. Matter of fact, let me see if I can read this article. I don't even know if I can find it. Because I think I'm using a different device. Yeah, I'm on a different device. By the way, what do you guys do for a living? Get in the chat and let me know what y'all do. And then I'm going to get on SBA.gov, and I just want to see if something's out there. You should also take your capability statement and attend open houses for contracting on military bases. Yeah. Once you get registered with SAM too, I don't know if it's Sam. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's because of Sam. But once you get registered, like, you start getting these calls and you start getting invites. Like, you're a truck driver. All right, hold on, we're gonna check that out. You start getting these calls and these invites. Like, I got a call from, I can't say the name of the organization, I got a call saying they having a thing, and that I may want to come to their little mixer or whatever. I can't do it due to second year auditor for my city government. Okay, all right, dump truck driver. All right, we're gonna check out those. Post open houses there too. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we go to SBA.gov and just see what's out here. All right. Not SBA. I said SBA.gov. SAM.gov. So if you want to find government contracts, get registered in SAM. That's where you would find the contract. So, all right. So, beginning in SAM. Look at the contract opportunities. So with truck driving, now there may be some stuff for truck drivers or dump truck drivers, but usually what it is, it's going to be larger, right? Like it won't be like, yeah, we're looking for a truck driver. It's like we need a trucking service. We need something. It could be a one-off, could be just they need something moved, but more than likely it's like, let's say with military, the military movers, they may just need somebody who is contracted to be on call to move people. You got a semi truck and a trailer, and you can move household goods all over the nation. But it's a continual thing. It's not usually like a one-off thing, like you're working for every base, And I just know that because the guy who came here, that's basically what he told us, that he works for the government. Well, he has his own business, but he's a government contractor, and he is always all over the country, just picking up like household goods and delivering it. And he also, loads everything, right? So he hires a local person. Like he'll drive it wherever it is, but he'll hire a local person when he gets to whatever location, and he shoot them a couple dollars or whatever, but he hires a local person to like help him set everything up, like the washer, dryer, all that kind of stuff. Truck drivers may also want to search recent awards for construction or demo. That's what I'm saying too. So like dump trucks is like, it's not usually just like they're not usually just looking for a driver. They're looking for somebody who they're looking for dedicated. They got a demo project or a construction project, and you might just get attached to a construction project. So you might find a construction contract, and find out who either got awarded the construction contract and reach out to them and say, hey, I got dump trucks, and then you get set up like that. But you want to be the person who's getting the contracts or subcontracted the contracts. It's very seldom that somebody's ever looking for like there's ever opportunity for just one dump truck. You know what I mean? Like not just government contracts, but in everything. Usually it's like a 15, 20, 50 dump trucks working in this operation. Yeah, exactly. They're looking for a trucking fleet. All right, so I'm on here right now, sam.gov. So let's look up dump truck. All right, so let's see. I don't know if I did something wrong. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Street sweeper, dump trailer. Something about an Indian school. Construction services. Yeah, it's gonna be construction stuff. Bulk ramp construction materials. Class 2 aggregate delivered by. Yeah, you would probably be better to understand this. Material handling equipment. Most of this stuff that you're gonna probably find is gonna be construction related. So you just look for construction contracts, and for you might just want to see who's gonna be awarded the construction contract. If you're not gonna go after the construction contract yourself, find out who is awarded the construction contract, and then find out if they already have the dump trucking side locked in, because that may be a separate piece inside of that contract where they could just say, hey, well, how much would you charge? And they give you that, they subcontract all the dump truck process to you, and and then you may have to go out and find more trucks and stuff like that to join your fleet to get to receive the subcontract for the construction. There's so many ways. All right, so let me see what the other person said. Somebody else said that they. All right. Why is this thing not updating on my phone? Okay. It's not showing me on this. Because I was trying to see. Okay, here we go. All right. Auditor from my city. All right. So, of course, if you go on there, you can type in auditor, or you type in like financial services or assurance services or something like that. And I'm sure there's plenty of accounting or audit related stuff. The government is always being audited or always auditing something. So you can, but the thing is, it's different from, say, working as an employee to working and you're over a contract. Like, let's say you're doing a Department of Commerce or something like that, and they got an audit of something, and they're gonna outsource part of that to a small local business or whatever. And so you may have to go in there and do an audit job, but that job might be a 2-week job that might pay you $40,000. You know what I'm saying? So, or it could be a continuous thing, But yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. Truck driver, same thing. You can find plenty of. They usually want a fleet though with the truck and stuff. Let's see. Okay, they're looking for a trucking fleet. My boss got 15 trucks. I can charge him. Exactly. DLT is a great resource for dope trucks too. Yeah. Department of Transportation, yeah. Take care of that. If you're a single driver, like you said, you'd be better off finding out who got the contract. Right. Yep. Yeah. Can somebody block this HDXYZ people? Yeah. And if you haven't already, could you please smash the like button? We started out, because like I said, I've changed my entire mindset. I was already wanting to do government contracts, and my sister always get on me because she said, oh, you finally want to listen. You finally want to come over and do what I've been trying to tell you to do for the longest. Yeah, I'm here. I've been here, I actually work for the government in post-award. That's crazy. What? Jonathan? What? Man, yeah, man, we gotta chop it up, man. We gotta check it out. Yeah. See that? Jonathan, I gotta holler at you, man. Message me on Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram on here. We need to have a conversation. Yeah. I just dropped my Instagram in here. Everybody, if y'all ain't already followed me on Instagram, man, y'all follow me on IG. That's why I said you need mods so you can block these messages. Oh, that's what that's for. Okay, I ain't know. So, alright. But yeah, like, my sister been trying to get me to get on, but it was crazy because I had set my SAM and stuff up, and then I started working for the government. And then they was like, you can't do this, you can't do this. So I was like, you know what, I got a job, I'm cool, I ain't worried about it or whatever. So that's when I was working for the VA. And so, it just kind of like froze itself out. Like I had to redo everything in SAM or whatever to reactivate it or whatever. But after that, I had a career. I'm like, cool, I got a Porsche, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, but for where I want to be and to be really life changing and to really impact my family's lives, I got to do some more than what I'm doing right now. Like, my partner JT Hustles have been trying to get me to quit my job and just be a full-time YouTuber and stuff. And I'm like, I don't make enough money on YouTube for that. I do not make enough money on YouTube. All right. Now they make a lot of money, but I don't. And so, of course, the holdback is the fact that I still work. Right. Like I had to wait all day to even go live because I work. But I'm also a landlord. I've done a plethora of businesses. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna plug this every chance I get. But I manufacture my own watches. You know what I'm saying? This is the casino watch. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm into all sorts of things, right? I'm not just an employee, but for me to like really grow and get to where I'm supposed to be, man, I got to do something different. All things princess, what up? What he said? What he say? Bet IGU. You gonna delete that message? Hey man, I feel you. You can delete it. You know what I'm saying? You can delete it. But yeah, so we can all network and we can all work. But that's what I'm saying. Like this is very much so a who you know kind of thing. Like you may not know how to submit something, and when people like looking at you like, bruh, you gotta do this, okay? You gotta do this, all right? And so you can come a long way. Believe me, I done came a long way. I set up my own Sam. I did all that stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I can read. I can watch videos on it. And don't get me wrong. Is it easier to just pay somebody else? Yes. And a lot of people are like that. And sometimes I'm even like that. Sometimes I'd rather just pay somebody else to do it. My capability statement. I'm just paying somebody else. Can't I do it? I'm sure I could have found one and modeled it after it and stuff like that. But I just decided to get one made because I got a million other things to be doing. You know, sometimes you just buying time back, I guess, right? And what's a couple dollars, you know? So, but if you do it the right way, we talking about life changing, $13.4 billion. $13.4 billion. This man getting he's getting 13,400 millions. Okay, that's how many 13,000 millions. You trying to tell me he can't keep 20 million in it? Like that's nothing, you know. It's nothing. He's definitely gonna be a billionaire if he wasn't already. He's 39 government contracts, man. One contract could be a life changer, change your whole life. That one contract, let's say forget all the other contracts he ever did. That one contract is gonna change his life and his family forever. Okay? I'm telling you, I've seen people pray for $16 an hour in 2021. Praying for $15 an hour in 2022. I know a young man in some of the greatest shape that I ever seen anybody in. 25, 26, something like that, making $12 an hour right now. Right now. Making $12 an hour. Got a bachelor's degree and everything. I do not understand. But guess what? If I get me a good government contract, not saying that I'll hire him. Not saying that I'll hire him. But if I get me a government contract, I'll pay somebody these numbers to do work. Like, sheesh, like these people ain't, standards is low. You know? I probably doing better than what the market gonna do them, or what they doing, you know. But being able to offer an opportunity to your people, man, it hit you right here. I'm telling you, because I done did it. When you could be like, hey fam, you need something? Here go a job for you, bro. A real solid, you feel me? So that feels good, and you making money. And at the end of the day, we need to be making money. We don't want to be working ourselves to death for it, unless we get compensated for it. You know? But anyway, let me get up off of here. Right now, you watching Casino Is the Name, and if you haven't already, like, this video, hit the like button, you know, and don't be afraid to super chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't be scared to super chat. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino is the Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we are out of here.